Hello friends, welcome to my channel, myself Parag Jambulkar. In last video, we have seen different types of JDBC driver. So we have seen type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, type 4 driver. So generally, we use type 4 driver for database connectivity. In this video, we'll see how to write program for database connectivity. So in general, how to write JDBC program. So whenever we are writing database connectivity program, we need to follow some steps. So these are the steps we need to follow. These 7 steps. We'll go one by one. First step that we have to follow is we have to import package. And which package we have to import? Java.sql. So Java.sql is a standard or predefined package that is provided by the Java library. So Java is a package, inside that SQL is a package, and this package many classes and interfaces regarding database connectivity are provided. So we have to import java.sql package. First thing. Then second step is load and register the driver. So first step is load the driver and second step is register the driver. Now what do you mean by load the driver? So, in last video we have seen different types of drivers. So that drivers we have to download, and that driver should be present in our system. That is called as loading the driver. So that driver should get downloaded to our system. Now see, if we are using Eclipse IDE, so we have to go to properties of that project, and there we have to provide path of the jar file. Whatever the jar file, there is a type 4 driver that we download, we have to provide path of that jar file wherever it is saved in our machine. But if you are running your JDBC program or database connectivity program from the terminal, then we need to follow some steps. So that steps are this. From this URL, you can download jar file for MySQL database. Then we have to save it in user/share/java folder. Then we need to edit .bashrc file by using any editor, gedit or vi editor. You can open that, and we need to add this line in .bashrc file. Anywhere you can add, but best way to add at the end. So at the end you can add this line statement in your .bashrc file, and after that you have to restart the system. So by after doing that, you can run any JDBC program from the terminal. If you are using Eclipse IDE, so there in properties of the project, you have to provide path of the jar file. So this process is called as loading. So loading in the sense making we are making the driver available to the our program. So that is called as a loading the driver. Then next step is register the driver. So in second step, second part is register the driver. In the sense, we are informing compiler that we are using that driver. So whenever we are downloading jar file, it is providing this driver com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Here we are talking about MySQL database. Similar driver will be there for the Oracle database. Similar driver will be for the Postgres database. Likewise, here we are discussing or we are talking about MySQL database. So this is the driver provided when we are downloading jar file. So we have to register it. Means we are informing compiler that we are using this particular driver, and for that we have to call this method for name, and this method is given by class. This is the name of the class. Class is a standard class. If you check on Google, if you type Java class Oracle doc, so this link you will get. So what is class? Class is a standard class in Java language. Okay, class is a standard class provided by the Java language. It is given by this package java.lang. So by this for name method, we are registering this driver. So we are informing compiler that we are going to use this particular driver. This is called as register the driver. So by second step we have loaded, also we have registered the driver. Next step is we have to establish a connection to the database. How we establish the connection with the database? So this is the statement for that. Connection is an interface. We have to create object for that. So if we check on Oracle Docs, connection is an interface. So as it is the interface, so we cannot create object directly. We need its implementation. So its implementation is provided by this. So for its implementation, we have to use this class driver manager class, and by using this driver manager class, we are calling this method get connection method. As it is a static method, we can use by using this class driver manager. We are calling get connection method, and here we are passing three parameters. Here there are the three parameters. First parameter is this URL, second is the username, and then this is a password for that username. So here in get connection we are passing three parameters. One is the URL, second is the username, and third is the password for that username. In URL, here you can observe there is a port number for the database. For example, MySQL database uses 3306 port number, and is the database name. So whatever database name that you have given, so whenever you have created database in MySQL database or any database, so that database name you have to provide there. So that is the URL. Then username, whatever the users you have created, that name you have to give there, and password for that particular username. Okay, so by this we establish the connection with the database, and for that we are use connection interface. Next step is after that we have to perform operations over the database, and to perform operations over the database we have to create statement object. What is statement? Statement is an interface. Statement is an interface. Here you can check on Oracle Docs, that is the official website for the Java language. Statement is an interface. So as statement is an interface, we need its implementation. So implementation is provided by this. How we get its implementation? This is the object of connection. Object of connection, and by that we are calling one method create statement. So whenever we are calling this method create statement, we are creating the object of statement, and by using this statement object we can perform any operations over the database. Once it is done, next step is we have to use statement object to execute the query. Now what type of query we can perform, or we can fire, or we can execute, either to retrieve the data from the database or to insert the data into the database. Again, different types of queries are there. Any query we can fire. For example, for updating the data or deleting any table from the database, likewise anything. So by using the statement object, we have to call this method execute query or execute update. So if you are fetching data from the database, then we are calling this method execute query, and here this is the SQL query that we are mentioning, or we are passing as a parameter to the execute query. Similarly, if you want to insert any row into the database, so a table of any of the database, so for that we are calling execute update method, and here we are passing that SQL query. In the same way, there is one more method called as execute. So only execute we can use. Execute is a separate method, and there you can pass any SQL query. So by using statement object, we can fire or we can execute any SQL query. If we are fetching data from the database, so that data should be saved somewhere. So where the data is saved, it is saved by using result set object. What is the result set? If we check on the Oracle Docs, so here you will come to know result set is an interface. Result set is an interface. So its implementation get provided by this statement dot execute query. So its result or whatever the data that we are fetching from the database, it will be saved in result set object. So by using result set object, we can access it. Once we got the data from the database, after that we can perform any operations over the data that we are fetched from the database. For example, we can print on the screen, or we can do some operations, and after performing some operations again we are inserting the data into the database. Likewise, any operations we can perform. So that is the processing the result that we got from the result set object. And at the end, last step is closing or terminating the object. In the sense, see, in the previous steps we have created result set object, then we have created statement object, then we have created connection object. So whatever the resources are allocated for this object should get freed. So for that we are calling this close method. So here we are freeing the resources allocated to these objects. So that's the last step. So in this way, we have to follow this 7 steps to perform any database operation. So this is the example for retrieving the data from the database, and this is the example for inserting data into the database. I will provide this link in description box. So from there you can take this program for retrieving the data and for inserting the data into the database. So before that we have to perform some operations over the database. That, for example, we have to create database, then we have to create user, then we have to provide a password for that, we have to grant privileges. So that we'll see in one video. Okay, so this is a program for fetching the data from the database. So now see, this is the first step, that we have to import this package, first step. Then we have to load the driver. So loading the driver in the sense we have to download the driver, and if you are running from terminal, then we have to save in this folder user share java, and then you have to edit .bashrc file. You have to add this line in .bashrc file, and we have to restart the system. If we are running from the Eclipse, then in project properties we have to give path of the jar file. After that, for registering the driver, we need to call this. So this is the name of the driver. We have to call for name method, and this method is given by the class. Class is the name of the class. Then we have to create connection object. Okay, and for that we need to use driver manager class, and for that we have to call, by using driver manager class, we need to call get connection method. And there we are passing these 3 parameter. What are these 3 parameter? First is the URL, and this URL consists of this port number for the database. For example, MySQL 3306 is a port number. This is the name of the database. Second parameter is username, and third parameter is password for that particular user. After that, next step is we have to create statement object. By using statement object, we can fire queries or perform some operations over the database. And for that, so statement is an interface, and its implementation is given by this. We need to call create statement method. After that, by using this statement object, we can fire the query. So for that we can use execute method, execute query method, execute update method, and as a parameter we have to pass this SQL query. So if we are fetching data from the database, so that result we get in result set object. Result set, again, it is an interface. We get the data in result set, this result set object. Now to retrieve that, we are calling method next. So whenever we are calling next method, so it will retrieve next row or record from the table, database table. And by using get string, we will get the particular data. So here we are printing the data onto the screen, and this is the last method. There we are closing or freeing the resources, whatever the resources we have allocated to these objects, result set object, statement object, or connection object. So by using these 7 steps, we can write any database program, JDBC program. So similarly, this is a program for retrieving the data from the MySQL database. In the same way, we can write program for inserting the data into the MySQL database. In the same way, you can write. Okay, so I will provide this link in description box. These are the 7 steps. So friends, I hope you like this video. If yes, then click on like, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notification of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.